Good morning. So we are going to go over a little bit more of what IAM is. And IAM, as a recap, is Identity Access Management. To go get to that portion of AWS, it's really simple. You can either find IAM under all the services that they provide. If you've been to it recently, it's under recently visited, or if all else fails, just type it in. So the root access keys have already been deleted, and I believe that's done by default anymore as best practices, where the preference is to now start using the MFA account for the root account, for our root account. So the thing that we're going to focus on right now is creating an individual IAM user. So we click on that, manage users, add user, and we are going to create a username. Now, there are some requirements in regards to a username, like, for example, no spaces, invalid name, and it tells you it has to contain alphanumeric characters or any of the following, and spaces are not one of them. So I'm actually using my maiden name here. We're going to allow access by using the AWS Management Console. Click on that. We are going to create a custom password, and it's going to be just a very generic password. So I'm just going to use something easy to remember, which is Pinwell. And we are going to require that the user create a new password at their sign in. So they're given the initial generic password of Pinwell, and they have to create another account or create another password. Permissions. We are going to create a group. And there's 452 default groups that AWS already has. So we are just going to, and you can filter for particular ones. It's going to use administrator. So need to give it a name. Pinwell practice. Create group. And you can see that we have a group created, and we'll go over a little bit more about what groups are in another video. But today's focus, like I said, was just to create the user and tags. And I have another that describes a little bit better what tags are. Tags are key value database defined values. The key value database is a type of non-relational database that uses a simple key value method to store data. And it gives you a little graphic right here, book ID, and then you would give like the attributes of the particular book. So that is kind of what it's just a key value. You have the name of the field, and then you have whatever the values are of the field. So some basic examples could be first name, Tasha, last name, Sloan, role, CLO. So then we have our username. So just a recap of the new user we just created. Username's Tasha Sloan, no spaces. Access type is through the console. A custom password was created. Again, it was just a generic one. It's Pinwell lowercase. It is required to be reset once they receive access. And then the key, first name, last name, and role. Create user. And then we're going to send an email. And I'm just going to use and you can see the email that is sent out to them. They have access to AWS console. Username's Tasha. And then in a separate email, or it'd be known, there's some mechanism, that the default password is lowercase Pinwell, and they would need to, change it. So I'm going to go ahead and hit send that. And we'll pause this video and open up that email, and I'll see what it looks like from there. Be right back. Okay, I'm back, and I received this email in my Hotmail, Tasha Sloan. What I did is I copied the URL right here, and I opened up in incognito mode just to make sure it didn't remember anything, which evidently still does. So my username is Tasha Sloan, and I saw that here in this email. And the password that I was told by the administrator, typing it right, PENWELL. So, and then per the requirements that was set earlier, I have to put in my old password and then put in new password and confirm password change. And voila. So Tasha Sloan now has access to the management console. Let's see, all services, because I am an administrator. Okay, so looks like the region is the default to Ohio, which is interesting. But anyways, that's another matter. So that's how you create an IAM user, and let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.